Let's look at solving a problem involving conversion of measurements, some addition of different units. In this case, we're looking at this guy Artie. He uses 1 1/3 yards of rope to make the bottom of his hammock stronger. He uses 10 inches of rope to strengthen some areas of the hammock. How much rope in yards and in inches does Artie use in all? So this wants two things from us. It wants us yards and inches. So I'm just going to kind of underline that. Yep, here we go. In yards and in inches is what we're looking for. So we want two answers. We want yards and we want inches. And this problem is going to deal with converting measurements, but it's also going to deal with fractions. So these are kind of where we're looking at. He has 1 1/3 yards of rope to make the bottom of his hammock stronger. He uses 10 inches of rope to strengthen some areas of the hammock. Let's kind of come over here and start talking about what we have. We have 1 1/3 yards. And then we have 10 inches. So those are our units here, 10 inches, yards, and it wants to know how many he has in all. So we're basically adding these together, but we want to add them both in yards and in inches to get it in yards and inches, because it wants two answers here. What is it? Would it be in yards or would it be in inches? First thing I would do is I would try and convert the inches to yards, because that seems like the hardest, and I want to kind of tackle that part first. So to convert the inches to yards, you have to know, okay, so there are 12 inches is 1 foot, and then you know that 3 feet equals 1 yard. So basically, if I do 12 times 3, I will get the number of inches in a yard. And 12 times 3 is 36 inches equals 1 yard, meaning that 10 inches would be 10 36ths of a yard. So 10/36 is the fraction. Now I want to figure out how can I add that to 1/3 so I can add these fractions here. Well, you need to do we've been working on equivalency charts, so we can make one of those. And in that equivalency chart, we want to get the 3's up to 36, which I know is going to be a lot, because it has to be 3 times 12 to get up to 36. So we end up going here 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. So we're up to 36. Now we need to figure out what the numerator it would be to represent the number of inches there. And for this, we just count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12/36, and we can add that to 10/36, and that should equal 22/36. Now we should be able to simplify this, and we can simplify it in half by dividing both by 2. And that would be 11/18, or 11/18ths of a yard. So now in terms of yards, you would end up with 1 11/18, or 22/36 yards of string total. Now we got to go back to inches. So with inches, we know that we had 22/36, which just would equal, and that would be yards, and that would equal 22 inches. So we had 22 inches. We have to now figure out a yard. We know a yard is 36 inches, so we'll do some work down here. 1 yard equals 36 inches, and then we just add in the 22 inches. 36 plus 22 is 8 and 5, so we have 58 inches. So we can come back up here. We can come back up here and remind ourselves of where we were. We were at 1 11/18 yards. 1 11/18 yards, and we had 58 inches. So we've said how much rope in yards and inches did Artie use right here.